The question of, do I get a puppy or do I not get a puppy? Entirely up to you. But look at this face. I mean, how could you go wrong? There are some things you're going to want to consider and think about. Some of the things that I thought about before getting Storm. And I just figured I'd make a little video and share some of those things just in case you were trying to process what are some of the things I'm going to need to start out with, and is it something I really want to do. If it's one of those spur of the moment things and you're just like, I want a puppy, and you're going to wake up one day and just decide you want a puppy, if you're financially able to do so, then yeah, do it, definitely, you know what I mean? But if you're paycheck to paycheck kind of life living and lying to yourself and just buying it out of pure, just because you want it, that's not a good road to go down, because chances are you're going to have a real tough time. Puppies can get expensive. They are going to get expensive. They can get expensive. It will get expensive. This is a definite thing that's going to happen. Especially if they don't have their shots already. You're going to need to get their shots every 3 weeks when they're, until they're fully vaccinated, and then it gets once a year, dewormed once a year, and then, 3 times up until that last time. Then it goes on a once a year schedule. I'd recommend getting the chip done. First thing I would do is get the chip in case the dog gets lost. They have apps now for your phone. You can GPS track your dog, in case maybe, you never know. These dogs, they have a mind of their own. But as far as having, for me, I'm a single guy, and she's just been the greatest. She's been the greatest friend ever. Don't mind my bed in my living room. I'm having some house remodeling issues. So my entire house is in my living room. And yeah, so, and they're going to chew on you and things. But, if you provide the right toys, chew on that, mama. Yeah, good girl. Then, they're just great. There's nothing better than coming home to her freaking wagging ass tail, just buck wild wagging, happy as heck, There's nothing really better than that. Even waking up in the morning. If you're just somebody who's, kind of feeling like you need a little pep in your step in your life, maybe a little bit, for me, it was kind of it slowed me down a lot, because I was working out a lot and stuff and not really relaxing, but she's made me, I had to pay so much attention to her that I kind of just laid off the gym stuff for a little while. Not completely, but I only go 3 times a week now, not an everyday thing. But if you're somebody who is lazy, a puppy, especially a pit bull puppy, is just not going to be something you're going to want to do, because they're so super active. They need to be walked, let out constantly, forever. You can't just oh, she's not a puppy anymore, I don't have to let her out, or she can let herself out. It doesn't work like that. So, they're a lot of work, but there's pros and cons. I think the pros outweigh it, as long as you are financially stable and you've thought about it, and either you're single and you made a decision, or with your girlfriend or wife or kids or whatever your situation is, and you went and bought the dog, a puppy, and that's great. Cats, I feel are just and not even, I don't even, it's cats are just weird to me. People who have cats kind of freak me out. It's cat, they come and go, they poop in the house and on purpose. It's weird. So I'm not a big fan of cats, but hey, if you're a cat person and that's what you want to do, they can get expensive as well. Especially some of those what are they called? The ones that they get real tall and they look freaking man, I forget what they're called. Anyway, so yeah, be prepared to be waking up early. I mean, it's like having a tiny little human, you know? But there's nothing better, man. That little face. Chewing away on her bone. Not a care in the world. But they are the coolest. So, you're going to want to get a good leash and a harness. And a good, collar. Now, this isn't the one that's going to stay on her. Storm, come for a second. Come here. She just has a purple, just junky one for now, because I just got a cheap one, just because she's a puppy, she's going to grow out of it. She's not going to stay out of it. I did the same thing with her body harness for walking, and then this is her new one, and this is from Dog Line, and this thing, I picked this up at a local dog store. And it was about $40, so it's a little bit pricey. And this is her EDC dog, her harness. And it fits her so good. It took a little bit of adjustment. It's got this really, really nice reflective. Even here it says in training. And then I have these two here. So when she gets a little bit bigger, because she is trained to be a protection dog. Not like all crazy into it, but she's better than most dogs. She does know the bite command. She does know like simple protection command. She just doesn't get all super into it. But she will protect this house, I think, at this point. I mean, she's got a lot more training to do. So you're gonna have to make up what kind of dog you want. But don't expect your dog. A lot of people make the mistake and they think that their puppy is going to have a natural instinct to protect its home and its owner. That's actually not true. Your dog is going to protect itself. Okay, and a lot of times, a lot of dogs are going to shy away from somebody that is going to try to whack them or something. Some dogs that are super aggressive may not, but and that's just a different thing. But more times than not, you're going to have to train your dog to protect your house. They're not going to do it naturally. They may bark up a storm. And maybe some dogs, and don't get me wrong, some dogs are going to naturally, but that's because that's the type of dog it is, or the dog's just naturally aggressive towards people. So, but she would not. Somebody just comes in here, she might bark up. And I don't know. It depends. I've been training her, so it's if I give her bite word, she'll bite. So, and I'd rather have there's a lot of controversy about that. You train your dog to bite, blah blah blah. Well, I'd rather have her know when to bite than just do it out of her own, thing. She'll only bite when I tell her the command, and it's in German. So, it's not like somebody's going to say bite, and she'll go and bite. It's got to be like, even now, she'll think I'm talking to her, but her commands are German. So if I'm just speaking and she's here, there's nothing I could say that she would think, So figure out how you want to train your dog, what you want your dog to do. Maybe you just want companion, and they are great for that. He, whatever, they will always be there. But get a good harness, and don't go cheap on it, because you're gonna end up buying another one anyway. And I like this one. You can get the leather ones, but like I said, this is from Dog Line, and it's got the little digital camo. And I walk her early in the morning and late at night sometimes. And it's been getting dark now. It's daylight savings, so it's been dark at freaking 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, so need that reflective on there. I'll have a review on that soon. I do have a review on this. This is her bungee leash. This is from One Tigris, and this is her little poop bag that's attached to it. So you're gonna need to get some poopy bags and get a good solid leash. You don't have to get this one, but that's a pretty good one. Get plenty of toys. Get lots of toys. Excuse me. I had Italian wedding. Depending on what kind of dog, I would stay away from like that milk bone stuff and like the gimmicky crap that you see at like Acme or Pets Plus. Some pet stores are okay. But, be careful about dog food. I'm actually making a switch, and I'll make another separate video on this, but be careful about dog food. Do your research. I found that Versus dog food, Versus Canine Opticoat. Check it out. It's made in the USA. fully made in the USA. There's no process anything. It's like freeze dried. Just do the research on it, because even the food that I have her, which is Victor, and it's not bad. It's a good food, but it isn't the best. And I think you know, I invested a lot of money in this animal, and I want her around for a very long time. And the food that you give your dog will absolutely 100% have to do with her lifespan, his or her lifespan. I mean, if you're feeding your dog junk crap food, it's going to do the same thing as a human. You're going to get nasty coat, you know, flaky fur, skin, nasty yellowy teeth, and black gums and stuff. Just an unhealthy dog, smelly ears, and just things like that. And that's not fair. You know, if you're going to get the dog, make sure you can do it right. So that just goes back to what I'm going to say about the money thing, like I said in the beginning. So like, if you don't have the money to do it right, then push off and hold off. Just don't do it because you really want a dog. I get it. You know, if you're super lonely or something, then just go hang out with the dog shelters for a little while or whatever, and walk. Dog shelters, you can, if you're like really super lonely and like depressed and stuff, like you can go to the dog shelter, and they will let you like walk the dog for free, like walk the dogs. They need people to do that all the time around here. So check that out. That's something maybe you're into, because that's awesome for the dogs, and like it'll help you, definitely help you. Because you know, and honestly, if you are going through like a hard time, like depression or something like that, maybe I would definitely consider getting a dog. But you know, if money's tight, like I said, don't just get a dog and be like, oh, I'll just get it the cheapest food I can get, the cheapest this, the cheapest that. That's just not, I don't agree with that, and you may have a different opinion on that. And I'm not saying go out and buy the best of the best of the best. I mean, I'm going to do that because personally, that's just how I am. I want quality stuff no matter what it is. If no matter it's the gear, you know, even like that harness, there are some things, and I'll do the review on it. There are some things I don't like about it. And so it's probably not the one I'm going to stay with. And I spent good money on that, but until I find the one, you know, but I relay these kind of things to you guys. That's the point of having this channel. I'm a 100% honest channel. So here at the Hard City, and Storm deserves the best and she's going to get it. So I feed her right now. She gets the Victor premium dog food. It's a very good food. It's been keeping her weight very nice, keeping her coat super great and nice. She's not really hungry. She doesn't poop all over the place. She's pooping twice a day like she should, 3 times a day. Nice healthy turds. No, I mean, it was to be real bad. I mean, you got to check your dog's stool, because if there's worms in it, and if it's different colorations, and there's stringies in it and stuff like that, or mucus mixed in it, looks like, then there's something wrong, you know. So if it's too wet, and if it's just a good solid stool, you know, I'm not a veterinarian, but I don't take my dog to the vet unless I absolutely 100%, like she is like really bad and in distress, and I don't know what to do. Because a lot of times I can just figure it out, and it's just something stupid. Dogs are super strong, you know, they can take a lot of pain. You know, obviously if your dog gets like hit by a car or something like that, you know, my other dog was stabbed in his throat and killed, but you know, and that's him there. His name was Angel. I wasn't there, but nobody was smart enough to apply pressure, and he bled out and died. So definitely get yourself a medical kit. It's too far for the thing here, but it's right over there. And I will do a video if you're interested. Comment, and I'll try to get it out faster. But a dog trauma kit, not a first aid kit, a doggy trauma kit. And this is something that we're taking out on our hikes. So she just got her last vaccine. It's been a while now, actually. October like 15th or something. And so it's been a while, but we went out into the woods once for 2 hours, and we got back. So I don't have the thing that I want to show you guys where it straps her first aid medical kit to her and stuff for long hikes. I mean, like we're out there for like all day, and I'm doing a video or something, or testing something. I mean, anything can happen. So make sure you get a good quality doggy trauma kit, or like first aid kit. Basic stuff, and then we'll if you want to figure out what you need to put in there, Stay tuned for that video. A cage or a crate. Now keep in mind, you don't want to discipline your puppy in the crate. The crate should be a place of comfort for the dog, especially if you're going to be leaving her or him in the cage all day while you're at work or something. Then you don't want to really be disciplining the dog in there, because they're not going to want to be in there. You know what I mean? They're going to whine and cry while you're, you know. So make that a comfortable thing. I have a video. I will do a specific video on crate training, but it's mixed in with one of the videos. I'll try to put it up here, or it might be on this side. I don't know. One of these sides, I'll put the link for that video where I talk about how to warm your dog up into the crate. So get plenty of toys. Like I have, like I'm just looking in my peripherals here, but she has her hard bone here, this is from the butcher. So the butcher gives me these, and it was actually a piece of something, but she's had this thing since I got her, and it's still going strong. I only feed her all natural stuff, even her treats, all natural. I have videos on all that too if you want to check it out. So like rope toys, tennis balls. I stay away from a lot of things that she can rip and tear apart quickly. Like there's little stuffed things that are, you know, well, she's a pit bull. She's if you don't know, Storm. She is an American bully, blue nose pit bull. I know somebody said in the comments there's no such thing as a blue nose. Let me just tell you that she has a blue nose. And actually her freaking eyeballs, they're blue. May not be able to pick them up on a camera. Obviously you could pick up her coat, which is blue. She's a freaking blue nose American bully. I have her paperwork. Whatever. Anyway, you know, a pit bull breed can be many different colors, shapes, sizes. There's no, to me, there's just no, and I mean, there isn't just, like a German Shepherd's a German Shepherd. A pit bull, there can be a freaking small one, a big one, a tall, a black one, a blue one, a white and brown one, a brindle. There's all kinds of red nose or freaking black ones with yellow eyes. I mean, there's all kinds of different kinds of color ways and paint jobs on pit bulls. So that, my friend, is inaccurate. She is a blue nose American bully. Anyway, I like these the best. I like these. These are great. These Kong balls. I have a few of these around, and they just last forever. I usually put some peanut butter in there for her. She loves that. And then another thing I like a lot, we do the rope thing. This is a nice tire, and she just tears at this thing for hours. She's teething right now, and her adult teeth, and this is a really good solid rope toy. And then other than that, just a regular tennis ball. You can get the ones in the dog store, but she tears those things to pieces in minutes. The actual real tennis balls, they last. Something about them, I don't know. And then I have a couple other of my favorites, and her favorites as well, besides her actual bones. I'm actually not sure where the one is, but it's like a ball, pretty much just like this, but this is an actual NBA basketball. She loves that thing, and just like a good old-fashioned American pigskin football. They can get quite expensive. They won't rip into it as easily. I mean, I got her this cheap football, like one of those fake ones, and she just tears that thing to pieces in minutes. So lots and lots of toys everywhere, so that when she starts chewing on you, or he starts chewing on like you or something, or nibbling, and you can just quickly always have access to a toy and say no to what she's biting on you or whatever, and just give her the toy and say yes, and heavy petting and loves. So like if she's biting me, like, and she nibbles on me, and I say no, you know, don't do that, and then I go, and then she'll start going on to it, and you say, yes, good girl, yes, that's what you do, yes. Look, she's going right at that thing. Lots of walks. We go on 2 walks a day. On the weekends we try to do a little bit longer of walks, but twice a day. So in the morning we do about a half hour, 45 minutes, and then at night. And we're out there anywhere between 4 o'clock in the morning from 5, you know. So, you know, if you are somebody who's just, you know, by yourself a lot, you know, a dog is a great option. I don't know a lot of people. That's just from my perspective. I don't really know what it would be like if I had kids and stuff. I don't think I'd get a dog if I had kids. That's just me. Until maybe they're a little bit older, they can understand what it would take to actually raise a dog. Because in a lot of ways, it is definitely like having a human. So there's definitely other things you would need. I didn't really want to turn this into like a needy, what you would need for a puppy, but I guess we're going down that road. So definitely a water dish and a food dish. And then there's other things like for like walks and stuff. They have the fold up ones. Like I'll show you all that stuff in like the hiking videos. But definitely stainless steel, water dish, and food dishes. Poop bags. So I have like a whole box of like the Senate ones I like. What else would you need to get? Like a dog bed, a crate. Get one that's just so she has enough to just do a full spin in there and can stand up. You don't need to get an oversized big cage, even though she's grown out of the one she has now. But I haven't got an upgraded one yet because she's getting a really nice cage, and it's quite expensive. So we will do the review on that when I get it. But I know there's something I'm missing. Like I said, I didn't really want to turn this into a full like what things you would need, but definitely if you're somebody who's going to take care of your dog, like I do everything here. So there's I don't really go to the vet except for when she needs to get dewormed. Yeah, I do the deworming actually. So really the only other thing is her once a year shot, and even that's pretty much I can do that too. But the only problem is I don't have drugs, so I have to go to the vet for that. But and then just, you know, maybe a yearly checkup doesn't hurt. But or, you know, if you have a dog who's got allergies and stuff, then, you know, you might have to do the vet a little more. But this stuff gets expensive, guys. You know, vet here is, I think, $75 just to even walk in the office. Could be wrong on that. But anyway, it can get expensive. I mean, her shots were, I think, like $325 or something like that. I mean, something like that. I don't know. But it gets expensive. So be ready to spend some money. I would have $2,000 set aside, depending on what kind of dog you got. I mean, some dogs cost that much. So, you know, she did not cost that kind of money, but she was not cheap either. But other things, I do not give my dog faucet water. She gets fresh water just like we drink. I don't drink out of the faucet. I wouldn't want her drinking out of the faucet either. So I give her bottled water. So I get a case, 2 cases for me, 2 cases for her. So like these are things that you got to set aside now, or, you know, money for that, because, you know, her bag of dog food now is, I think it's like $65, and the Versus is like $90 or $80. So it does get expensive. The thing about the Versus though, it's like crackers. It's different. It's not like a kibble. So and you don't need to give as much. So the bag will last a lot longer than a regular kibble bag like you're used to be seeing. But I definitely would stay away from like even like Blue Buffalo was supposed to be like the best, or even like I said, the company like Victor or some of these other companies, it'll say made in the USA on the bag, but that's because the dog food is made in the USA, but the ingredients inside it is not made in the USA. It's all from China and wherever. So be very careful, do your research, and you should be fine. So Storm is super healthy. I think she's about 29 pounds right now. I could weigh her right now, and I'll get back to you. I was actually dead on. She weighs exactly 30 pounds. So, yeah, her weight has been great. She's been putting on great muscle. And she's just been getting in her adult teeth. Come here, Storm. I have videos on how to train your dog, teach your dog her name, his name and stuff. Come here. Let me see you. Show YouTube your big girl teeth. So you'll see. Oh, yes. Look at those things, huh? They're growing in behind. Right behind you. Mwah. Kiss her teeth. Get out of here, you crazy. She's a great dog. I love her so much. She's my absolute best friend in the world. And I would not trade it for the world. I mean, I don't like when you lick my neck, because last time she was trying to nibble on my Adam's apple. Hey, no. It's a perfect example. No biting. Yes. Good girl. Oh, we don't share bones. Ooh. So, final conclusion, should you get a dog? I think if you have the money and you can afford to do it the right way and make sure that the dog can be fed properly, you can take her out and walk her and him or whatever. I'm just saying her 'cause she's a girl. You know, if you can do all that and you have no worries about, you know, wait a minute, is there going to be vacations? Or, I mean, you shouldn't, if you're going to get a puppy, you shouldn't be going on vacation for about 2 months after that, 3 months, I mean, at least. You know, give the dog some time to bond with you and grow together and learn together, because, you know, dogs are going to get super attached. And if you're the type of person that's just going to leave all the time and leave your puppy at home, it's just not really fair. So, you know, those are just some things to think about. And like I said, like the time you're going to need to invest into the puppy is the most important thing, is the time. So you're going to have to cut back on some things. I mean, you know, whatever it is that you do. Like, I like to play video games after the gym and stuff. I just can't do that because I have to walk her and hang out with her, and we do some training and stuff. So I'll get a little bit of time in, but that's usually like a weekend thing anyway, or like a weekend night. I don't go out and drink and party and all that stuff. So, you know, I just like to hang out at home and play video games or make videos for you guys and stuff. So it's kind of what I do. And during like the weekdays, like I'm working out and stuff. And like the weekend days, I either like to just go hiking or shooting or running or more gym stuff or activities with her. So definitely they'll keep you on your toes, and they will definitely always make you feel just way better about yourself. You'll you know, dogs, I feel like, are just, there's a reason why I call it the man's best friend, because I feel like they really are. They really, like, when you just take a big chunk out of that. I don't want you to have that. Oh, she ate it. So sometimes you got to be careful with these bones like this when they start taking chunks off them. They can swallow them. But she got that one before I could get it. This like light is really too bright for this. So, but anyway, guys, that's it. I just wanted to make a quick video, kind of long, but kind of rambling. But you know, those are some of the points you're gonna want to look at when you're getting a dog. Those are some of the things you're gonna need to get. A nail clipper thing, that's the one I'm looking at it the whole time, and I know I started to get on it, and then I got into, if you're going to take your dog to the vet, they just do it. But like I said, I do it all myself. I can make a video showing you how to do that. It's really super easy. I would stay away from like those electric Dremel file things and stuff. I don't really like that, holding the dog's paw and then a Dremel hitting the nail. It just, I don't know, she wouldn't like it, I know that. But just the old-fashioned, just get the clip cutter and boom, cut it right at that white. You know, it's really super easy. But you know, and then obviously you should have some kind of a blood stop or something, because the dog can bleed to death. I mean, if you cut the nail, you got to be a freaking idiot. But it does happen. Dogs break nails and stuff, and they bleed a lot out of them nails. But you know, bleed to death is a stretch nowadays with the, you know, apply pressure to it and don't let it bleed. But you know, I mean, I guess there's been stories. It definitely can get infected super quick though. So there's other things too. And you know, so those are just some things you might want to think about if you're thinking about getting a puppy. Just know it's going to be pissing and shitting on your carpet. Maybe dedicate one room. Do that now. Think about it in your head. All right, what room? Or am I just going to let her roam? She's only really loud in this living room part, and I'm redoing the carpet in here anyway. I'm paying for it, and so I don't own this place. I just want a new carpet in here, so I told the landlord I would do it on account of she pissed and shit everywhere. So you know, she's a dog, and that's just gonna happen. This carpet was already done. I like nice stuff, so it's not that big of an area. The back rooms are all getting redone because of the leak. So anyway, that's what's going on. So just think about those kind of things. Definitely sure there's something I'm missing. So if you guys have any ideas, put it in the comments. And if you're watching this video and you're thinking there's something I missed, check out the comments, because I'm sure somebody's gonna have something to say about it. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, share, subscribe, and give Storm a good old thumbs up, because she is the coolest little blue-nosed pit bull in the world. And that's all I got. See you guys later. Peace.